Humm, baby.
Enjoy this great game.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. This is Eric, and today we're going to go over a few things going on in Major League Baseball right now, including a big win last night for the Giants, and I'll touch on that at the end of the video. Really excited about that win. Can't wait for tonight's game. But I got a new hero, and it's Mike Clevinger, and I heard that he had some thoughts on this extra innings rule, and I love that a big leaguer is coming out. You know, there were a few managers who are like, yeah, I don't think I like this. Mike Clevinger let it be known what's going on with this crazy rule. And the first time we see this in a Major League Baseball game was Friday. There's a walk-off grand slam from Matt Olson. This rule, which places a runner on second base at the start of each inning, popped up again on Saturday. That ending was not as dramatic and left a sour taste in the mouth of one of the losing team's pitchers. And you knew this was going to happen. As soon as it started affecting pitchers and their records and, you know, wins and losses, the first time this happens, somebody was going to come out. And here's Mike Clevinger. The Indians lose 3-2 in 10 innings against the Royals on Saturday, falling victim to the rule that was bound to generate controversy. I don't even think it should generate controversy, because controversy implies that a lot of people on one side, a lot of people on the other side. I don't know too many people I know there's a few, but most people that I know think this rule is absolutely ridiculous, especially at the big league level. So you put Brett Phillips, very fast runner, to start the inning on second base. And then after he gets moved over to third by a sac bunt, up comes Maikel Franco with the sac fly, and the Royals take the lead. Exactly a scenario which I explained. The pitcher did everything right, okay, and he gives up a run. The defense did everything right, and they give up a run. Sometimes luck happens in baseball, the ball bounces funny and everything, but it shouldn't be that easy. A bunt and a sac fly. And they never put the guy on second base. So Mike Clevinger, who started for Cleveland and allowed 2 earned runs in 7 innings, took to Twitter. Thank you, Mike Clevinger, for saying something. And he said, and I quote, "This new extra inning rule is the wackiest shit I've ever seen. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get a runner to second off the back end of a bullpen? Hashtag this isn't travel ball. Hashtag make them earn it, MLB. Mike Clevinger." Boom. Okay? Mike Clevinger followed that up by sarcastically calling sacrifice bunts and sacrifice flies more fun than the normal game. He says, "That's correct, Trevor," after Trevor Bauer says, "But don't both sides get a chance with a runner at second? F*** off." And then Mike Clevinger said, "Just kidding, Trevor." But anyway, Clevinger says, "That's correct, Trevor. I just don't believe taking away from either team's bullpen is the route to go. But you're right, bunting and sac flies, that'll be more fun. Seems more your speed." They're getting a little dispute there. But you know what, Trevor, I love Trevor Bauer and everything, but you know what? I don't care that, yeah, both sides get a chance. Is that how we're going to play it? So any rule that both sides, of course they're going to give both teams a chance. They're not going to make it to the point that it's just, one team's going to get a runner at second, the other's not. Of course they're not going to do that. Yeah, they both get a runner at second, but it's still not fair because some weird thinking, the runner can score so easily, they didn't earn their way there. The other team get up and guy can hit a bullet line drive to short, caught, and then, I don't know, then he can hit a line shot base hit, but it wasn't hard enough to get the runner home. Now there's a run at the corners, then a strikeout and another line out or something like that, where they weren't able to get the guy home, but they hit the ball well, while the other team can hit a flare crap ball into right field on a broken bat and the runner scores. You put a runner at second free, you're just asking for weird things to happen and that runner to score, and it's just not right. I mean, it's just not right. You don't put a runner at second who didn't earn his way there. Come on. I'm with Clevinger on this one. And I'm going to follow Mike Clevinger because he has earned it from me. I know he doesn't need my follow, but I do not care. And I'm going to retweet my guy because I am totally in agreement, okay? Absolutely. So this is Mike Clevinger's thoughts on the rule. It's already having an effect. And it's something that, you know, yeah, sure, if you keep it forever, eventually, I guess the players will get used to it and accept it. But it's going to take a while because it's not fair and it's not right. And also wanted to mention another guy, Daniel Bard, a great story. So we'll go from a negative story to a positive story for me and Daniel Bard. It's been 2,646 days since he pitched in an MLB game, and he is back and he pitched fantastic. Huge comeback, and he will definitely be the comeback player of the year. I'm assuming that nothing terrible happens and he's able to finish the season, or even if he doesn't finish the season, he still might get it because back on the mound, he has not pitched in any capacity since 2017, which he was terrible, and he was in the minor leagues, but he hadn't pitched in the big leagues since, I believe, 2013. and he just completely fell apart. He got the yips. He couldn't throw strikes anymore. He was throwing a bunch of wild pitches, hit by pitches, and finally, after a few years of trying in the minor leagues, he just called it quits, and he retired in 2017 because he just couldn't get guys out. Not only could he not get out, he had no idea where the ball was going, and he called it quits. There's a guy who could throw hard, he could touch 100, and it was just a sad story that he had to retire because he couldn't get it done anymore. It was a mental thing, and it was over for him. He's got it figured out. His arm, I'm sure, is healed over the last few years just from the constant pitching over the years. So I'm sure he's feeling strong. He's got the yips taken care of. He made a comeback. 3 years later, after retirement, he is back. Made the team. It was no guarantee he was going to make the team. And now he comes out and he pitches well, touching 99, throwing 20 of 25 pitches as strikes, gets the win as well. So Daniel Bard for the Rockies in a great story. Not going to read this whole article, but I feel like it's just a fantastic story I wanted to touch on. I'm so happy for Daniel Bard. I know he's with the Rockies. Obviously not going to root for the Rockies this year as a Giants fan, but I'm definitely going to root for Daniel Bard individually and hope that he has this great season and is able to finish the year out with the Rockies and get that award at least. Hey, maybe even more. You never know, because this guy's touching almost 100 miles an hour. He may have a great season, and maybe, I don't know if they're going to have an all-star team or just a pretend all-star team with no game, but that would be even more amazing. So maybe I'm dreaming too big now, but just what he's done so far, doesn't need to make an all-star team. Just what he's done so far is absolutely deserving of a huge applause and a comeback player of the year award, and just very happy for him. Love to see these stories. They don't happen often enough, these great comeback stories. So Daniel Bard, congratulations to him. And also these cutouts look really weird. They look too big. Look at their heads. They look like a bunch of bobbleheads back there. And also, if you want some really in-depth thoughts on this, check me out for any of my live streams. I probably will go live tonight sometime for pre or post, or both pre and post games. But the Giants were able to get their first win of the year, and a little bit of torture baseball. They took a 5-1 lead, let the Dodgers slowly creep back to 5-4, and then creep back even farther by getting guys on base, get Will Smith with the home run at the end. But the Giants hang on for the win, and definitely a callback to 2010 with the torture baseball. But I love it. I love the lineups too, and I was not feeling the lineups before this, and mainly that's because when the Giants are going against a righty, they put out this lefty lineup with a lot of subpar names in there. And when you're going against lefties, they're putting out a bunch of their righties, such as Austin Slater, such as Donovan Solano, such as Hunter Pence. Just a lot of names that I'd rather see in that lineup. And hey, when you put good names, guys who can hit, they hit. And I'm of the opinion that they go a little bit too far with this lefty-righty, righty-lefty matchup thing. It's just my personal take. I think that they're using it almost like a rule instead of a guideline. You know what I mean? It's
The code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules.
always been part of baseball, and I absolutely agree the lineup should not look identical whether you're facing lefty or righty, because there are certain guys, Austin Slater's one of them, who doesn't exactly hit well against righties. He's a lot better against lefties. So sure, that might be one guy. But you got a guy like Donovan Solano who hit 330 last year, does nothing but rake, and it wasn't just last year. The last 2 years before that in the minors, he was hitting 330. I think he's proved himself that he's a 300 hitter, at least. At least. So for me, I think that Solano should be in that lineup more often, and that's just one guy. There's other guys as well who can straight hit, who can rake, who are hot. Slater's a guy who's hot right now, so maybe he shouldn't be in the lineup all year against righties, but if he's hot right now, he's a better option than some of the other guys who I've been getting on. Tonight we're supposed to be facing Urias, a lefty. I'm thrilled. I want to see more lefties because that means we can put out that right-handed lineup, who I just think is completely superior. I don't think there's any denying that the Giants have a much better lineup when we face lefties as opposed to when we face righties, which is not a good thing because most pitchers are right-handed. So anyway, got the win yesterday. We'll talk more about that tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just wanted to touch on a couple topics there with Mike Clevinger and echoing my thoughts on the extra innings rule with the Daniel Bard with the awesome comeback, and with the Giants picking up a victory yesterday. And we have a chance to actually split the series tonight, which would just be absolutely insane after those first two losses. So you guys have a fantastic day, and please hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed the video, and if you're new to the channel, that would be really appreciated. And we're going to talk to you really soon. Have a great day, guys. We'll talk to you later. See ya.
When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. the making at Oracle Park.